Welcome back. Uh, this is basically way overdue. I plan to, I actually planned to release these earlier, but what ended up happening was during the first week I was working on the designs, and basically I ended up sleeping on my hand, which was not good because I ended up sleeping on my thumb, which at that point I was unable to grip my pen for my tablet. So for about a week I was unable to actually draw. I mean, these are the times that you wish that you were ambidextrous, so that you can use both hands. Uh, and basically, that happened, and then after that, it lasted for a few days, but you know, my hand eventually got better. Well, my thumb eventually got better, and pretty much because of that, like almost a week of doing nothing, I got lazy. So I ended up ignoring making the videos for a while. And after that, when I was about to start up again, I actually got sick. And, well, I mean, you won't hear it in my voice anymore, but I was actually sick. I mean, if none of you have gotten sick yet, well, I mean, if none of you haven't gotten sick yet, then you're pretty lucky. But this is actually the first time I've ever been sick during the summer, from what I can recall. But basically, I got sick, and being sick, basically, my head hurt, and pretty much trying to make videos was almost impossible because just getting up and you know just getting up, sitting up, you know I would get headaches, I would get tired, and so pretty much for about 3 or 4 days I just pretty much spent like maybe an hour or two watching a few videos on YouTube, and then spending the rest of the day just sleeping. So I would practically sleep for about 12 to 14 hours every day just for those few days. But as you can see, I'm back with the videos. And you actually look in the top right hand corner, you can see the date. So this was actually made a few days ago. And you can actually look at the time. Pretty much started this one at around 8:30. And that's at night, not in the morning. And pretty much for the design of Ripjaws. For the design of Ripjaws, I tried to make it more like the original design from the first Ben 10 series. I like that Ripjaws more because it was more of the, the it had more of a monster like look. It had more of the swamp monster, lake monster look, and I really like that look too. But I guess I changed mine a little bit more to look more like an anglerfish, but with shark jaws, I guess. And you'll notice that I actually put these little patches on like his shoulders and his arms and his legs. Those are, well, I mean, I guess you can already tell they're gonna be black, but basically those are just like little scale patches, just part of his design. That I just kind of made up. But I mean, it was it was just a design that I liked. I thought it looked really neat because I mean, without the little patches, he would look a little bit bare, which it still looks good, but I don't quite like as much. So I decided to go with the little patches. And yeah, you'll see me messing around with the the standing up version. Uh, yeah, that that was just a complete failure. Like I just gave up on drawing that after a while because because basically the way that it was standing and the way that my rough sketch was, I just kept trying to outline it for some reason. I don't know why, but I just kept trying to. And after a while, I just gave up and decided that yeah, I should just go for the little open jaw head thingy in the corner. So basically, just filling in the lines for that. I mean, this is actually probably going to be the longest commentary I've done. I mean, I want to try and do around like 10-minute commentaries at least, or just to fill up the video so that it's not all just blank. But I mean, if you guys like the videos being quiet, I mean, you can say down in the in the comment section. You can just write that down. I mean, I don't mind that. I don't mind it at all. Oh, and if my voice sounds raspy, it's because I don't actually talk that much. Uh, Basically, yeah, I spend a lot of the time just staying quiet. So when I actually do talk, my voice is very raspy, just because I don't talk a lot. Going back to the video, you'll see me coloring in and trying to find out like a color scheme for the skin because if I recall correctly in the show, he was actually like a very light green, or like he was like a very light green or blue, and I don't know, like it's really hard to match. It's just really hard to match, and you'll see that I went from this like green and yellow to this blue and green because in the end I ultimately ended up doing the green fins with the blue skin because it just looked better. Like I don't actually quite recall if the fins were if they were yellow or they were a greenish yellow color in the show. But I tried to mimic that as much as possible. I mean, I could have just easily pulled up the picture to do a color match, but it's a little bit more fun when you do everything for yourself because you let your creativity expand pretty much. And pretty much just uh, finishing up the coloring, just doing the base colors, and you actually see that I don't fill in the white parts anymore. Well, I mean, under certain spots, I don't actually fill in any parts that are colored white because with the white background, there's no reason coloring it white because it's already white, and then pretty much just going through and cleaning up all the color that's outside of its borders. And filling in the shadows. If you're wondering why I put shadow under the eye, because I was more thinking of maybe of the sunken eye look, where the eye has like really deep sockets. But then, as I filled in the shadow, I started to see that that doesn't actually look quite good. So I just decided to leave that alone, and it actually turned out pretty okay. And pretty much the rest of this is just filling out the shadow, or not the shadow, but shading. All same difference really. But pretty much, if you're wondering how I decide to do all my shadows, I mean it's basically random. It's just more in the moment of how I feel the lighting should be. But generally, I generally put the lighting from behind or above the character most of the time, because I mean it's good for I guess display. I mean, I'm not the greatest at this, but uh, I can do it just a fair enough amount. I mean, it looks pleasing because you're not getting too much shadow and you're not getting too much light, where it makes the drawing look very plain. I guess that's just from my point of view. Hey guys, thanks for checking out the video. If you like what you see, you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit that bell icon if you want to stay updated every time I upload a new video. As for the following videos, they'll be as following. The next one will be Heat Blast. The one after that will be Forearms. And the one following Forearms will be Cannonball. Make sure to stay tuned for those videos. I'll see you next time, guys.